Over the last 2 years, I have been growing my account on LinkedIn from 5 to over 30K followers, and the account itself has generated millions of dollars in revenue. And the thing here is, viral posts were always a big part of it. And most people would probably say, hey, having a viral post is just pure luck. But I can tell you, no. It's using a systematic approach of different post types that have the chance of going viral. In this video, I will share with you 15 different post types that we are using over and over and over again on my account, but also on our Magier channels with all my team members. And it has proven successful. And I will share a full playbook with you that you can also grab in the description below for free. And yeah, let's jump right in and start with the first post type so that you get an idea of what that looks like. Okay. So let's jump straight in, and this is what the whole file looks like. So I prepared this one for my team a couple of weeks back, and it's basically explaining all the different formats that I'm always using. On the left side here, we will be talking about the content types, and then you have the examples on the right. And as I said in the comments below, you can grab this file. And I will now walk you through all the different content types that we can take a look at. So the first content type obviously is a carousel. Carousels you will see all the time on LinkedIn. Most of the stuff you can use them for some educational content, and it's very, very good because it's very engaging. People can just scroll through them and they can also save these carousels. For you, the good thing is you can make them visually pleasing, but at the same time you can put a lot of information inside. So carousels, always a good idea. Second up, something that we are using a lot is cheat sheets. So you can already see it here, a lot of interaction. Cheat sheets are basically explaining a concrete topic in a very easy way. And the reason why this works is it's super visual. So I can take a look at this, I can scroll in and learn more about the topic itself. And people want to save information. So here it's most likely that people will save the post for later. And saving a post is always a very, very good signal for the LinkedIn algorithm. And cheat sheets can have different forms. So I already showed you this one, but this can also be a list of tools, or this can be, I don't know, for example, SEO ranking factor. You get the idea. So basically getting the information into a comprehensive form, and this should specifically be also in your field of expertise, because then people will actually follow you. Next up, as a content format, we have market maps. So market maps is something that I used a lot in the past. So for example, here I did a market map on startup fundraising. The idea was I put all the tools and vendors in that space into that market map, and then I posted on LinkedIn. And I mean, the idea was that the tools that were on this list, they will be commenting and saying, hey, yeah, cheers, I'm on that list, that's super awesome. And this will like increase the reach that the post will get. And on the other side, there will be a lot of vendors that I forgot, and they will be commenting, please include me on the next list. And these market maps are super, super well, especially also for backlinks and all sorts of stuff. One example of it, another example I did back then for my company VC Stack, I did the same for VC and angel investors. But I mean, you can literally think of everything. It can even be a map of startups in any given city. And for all the content that I'm creating here and the content types, I'm always thinking about the core audience. So for example, for me, I'm posting for founders. So I'm always thinking, how can this help my audience of founders in achieving their goals? If it's someone from my team posting, for example, and their audience is marketers, then they would post something that is marketing related. So for example, top 20 marketing startups in Berlin. Next post type, and probably the most important one, is freebies. So you can be sure that people love freebies. They just love it, and people want to save stuff for themselves. So the idea here is simple. You are creating something valuable and you are sharing this on LinkedIn. And then you ask the people to comment, and then you will send them the freebie. Why it works is people commenting means the reach of the post is increased. And if a lot of people commenting, then these posts can go absolutely viral. So for example, I had a couple of posts that even had like hundreds of thousands of people viewing the post actually. And this is one of the main drivers for my account growth and also the growth of Magier. And a freebie can be simple, can be a Notion page, can be a video, can literally be everything. And yeah, for sure something that you should try out. Although recently the reach that these freebies get was reduced, but it's still working super well. Next post type would be visualizing data. So if you have some sort of data from reports that you are doing yourselves, or you can even use data from somewhere else and putting that in a visual comprehensive form, that's working super nice. Because oftentimes people are commenting about the data itself and saying, okay, I don't believe this, I believe that, how I'm seeing it. So that's super, super good. And also people saving it a lot. So same logic as before, if people are saving and commenting, that's very good for your reach. And you can literally even take data from other people's reports and then just put them into some really nice visual here. And in general, visuals really work out well on LinkedIn. And we, for example, are creating all of our visuals ourselves with our designers. Next up is a post type I really like. It's called tagging others. So you can do this with specific people, but you can also do this with companies. So imagine here, my marketer was tagging LinkedIn profiles to follow and saying, for example, hey, please take a look. You can follow Maria if you are interested in solopreneurship. And now, if you are tagging them, the person on here will be like, it's awesome that Antonella tagged me, and they will comment and maybe even share also with their audience. And it's the same if you're doing it for companies. So here, for example, companies in the, I don't even know what that is, benchmark portfolio companies. Same logic, tagging people, tagging companies, they will share it, they will comment, and then the reach will be bigger. So working super well. Next up is breakdown. So breakdown and cheat sheet can be considered pretty similar, but for example, for us, a breakdown is even a little bit more detailed. So here I was breaking down the landing page structure, the perfect one. You can do the same for ads. You can do the same for your marketing funnel. And this was giving some insights on what we are doing. And also people liked it a lot because they want to understand things or understand what makes a good landing page in this case. Next up, workflows. So automation is everywhere. And recently you see all these posts on LinkedIn where people are like, okay, I automated 20 hours of work into 1 hour of work. And this is then when these automations come into play. The cool thing about this is it's something very visual, so people can understand the steps. And in the end, you can basically use the automations or the workflows that you already have in your company. And here I have some other ideas on this as well. Why this works? People want to understand how you do it. They also see the upside. Okay, if I can spend, or like if I can save 10 hours, this would be awesome. And it's also showing you expertise. Then next up, a content format that you would be seeing is tweets. So tweets is basically, it's a visual that looks like a Twitter post. And people are reminded of okay, this is what it looks like on Twitter or on X these days. And you can have the same on LinkedIn and then use the trust also of this of the platform. And in the end, these are mostly like statements where people should relate to, or something that is very like controversial in a sense, because then also they like it, they comment, and in the end that makes the post go viral. Personal posts is something that has been working very, very well also for me and our team, because we want to show our personality, because I believe in times of AI, there's so much stuff happening, so much content out there. And if you show your face, that really makes the difference. So we are all posting personal photos from different areas of our life and taking our audience on a journey. And we are trying to make the content relatable. So in the end, people want to connect with other people. And this is what we are here for. Then next up, what do we have here is animation. So you won't see it here now, but these are all post examples where there is some little animation going on. On LinkedIn, you can upload GIFs, and the thing here is with animation, same logic. If you are just seeing static posts and then there's an animation, it is scroll stopping. And this is what drives then impressions, because people stay longer, people want to understand what's going on, and it's still a very underused format on LinkedIn, so I can only suggest you doing it. Infographic, that's the next one. So simple example, stages of the marketing funnel. I'm basically explaining something similar to breakdown and similar to cheat sheet, but in the end, the idea is the same. You want to give people some inspiration on how they can improve their business, and infographics are a great way to do it. Next up is Listicles. So this can be a carousel, but this can also be in a simple post type. And basically what I'm doing here, I'm just listing things of cool stuff. So for example, here, 10 crazy good SaaS website designs. Just putting them down, putting them in a carousel. It's very easy to do, but it's something that is also increasing impressions a lot because people will save it. And that's always the logic. How can we make people to comment? How can we make people to save it? Or even better, if they send it to their friends or other colleagues. Next up would be case study. So case study is specifically if you are driving business with the LinkedIn. For our business, that means we want to show our designs here, but it can also be, for example, if you are an automation agency, you can show some results of what you've been doing with your clients. In the end, it's about building trust in your specific persona and in your company. And this is why LinkedIn drives so much sales also, because I show the work that we are doing before people are actually coming in contact with me. And that's the idea also behind building a personal brand. Next up, reverse content. That's my definition of it, but basically the idea is to create comments again. And here he says, drop a screen grab of your website here and I rate it for clarity on a scale of 1 to 10. Awesome, because people love free stuff again, and we create a post where people are commenting and they can even see the value that Anthony here is creating with his business. So people are dropping in their hero section and then he starts actually commenting and giving the rating here. And for some of them, he even shows his expertise by suggesting some improvements. And as you can see here, 670 comments. This post will for sure have, hundreds of thousands of impressions. And you can do the same, for example, like pitch your startup in 10 seconds. So multiple ideas. And as I said before, always think, how can I adapt these formats to my own business? Last but not least, video. LinkedIn is pushing video in a similar fashion like YouTube or Instagram Reels. So video is something that keeps the users hooked. And if you are specifically creating videos that are very catchy, either because they are educational or they are relatable about your own journey, it's working very, very well for us. So these were all of my 15 post types. Adapt them for your own need, adapt them for your own niche, but then I guarantee you that you will be successful on LinkedIn. Also, if you want the full playbook, make sure to download it in the description below. And if you have any questions around the post types, drop them in the comments below. Otherwise, leave a thumbs up, leave a subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.